Tomato and zucchini bread lasagna. Today I'm going to show you an easy and delicious lasagna, and you're going to tell yourself, why didn't I think of it? So what do you need? You need some marinara sauce, a nice zucchini, all the same size you want. You wash it, of course, and you make slices. A mandolin is the right thing to do. I know a mandolin gets everybody nervous, but use your guard. Go slowly and carefully. Can you slice it by hand with the knife? You can. The chances of you getting all the pieces so even are not all that great, but you could do it. So here we are. So you're telling me, okay, Lidia, zucchini, you like zucchini. Could I use anything else? You know what Lidia always tells you. Of course you can use something else. I would say even Savoy cabbage leaves, but I would blanch them first because they're tough. Now, let's talk about the cheese. So this is pieces of grating cheese, the Italian grating cheese. First of all, you want to cut it in pieces. You want to cut off the rind, and you want to leave this, you want to save this rind. This is delicious stuff for soup. The rest you cut into pieces, just like that. And let's put it all in the food processor. Now, don't overstuff it. This is about 1/3 full of chunks of cheese, and just let it run. It takes a while, a little patience, but it happens. Look all the grated cheese you have here. And it smells so delicious, so milky. You buy the chunks of cheese as needed, and you grate them as don't waste one single crumb of it. Okay, we got the cheese, we got our zucchini, we got our marinara sauce. Now let me get the rest of the ingredients, and let's get making one of my favorite lasagnas. Hi guys, I'm in my library. You know it by now. Looking at the emails that you send me. Diane, she sent me a video. Let's see what we find.
Hi Lydia, my name is Diane. I'm a huge fan of your show. And I have a question. I live alone, and do you have an idea for a one-pot meal that I can cook on a Sunday and then have it last through the week so I don't have to cook every day?
I get a lot of question of, one-person meal. Sometimes I find myself in that position. The most important thing is, Diane, cook for yourself. And serious recipes can be cooked and then sort of portioned for one meal, for 2 meals, and so on. Recipes that keep well are soups, definitely. Make a big pot of soup, put some proteins in there. If you want to add pasta or rice, just add it to the portion you are eating. The rest, put them in the freezer, and when you're ready, you pull one out. Braised meats. You can do chicken cacciatore, peppers and mushrooms. Let's say that you roast the chicken, take the piece of meat, wrap it well tight in plastic wrap, and you can freeze it. You pull it out, you shred it, you put your mayo, whatever, or even just oil and vinegar with some vegetables, and you can recoup those dry pieces of roast meat or grilled meat that, you don't want to throw away. But, if you roast a whole chicken, it's better than if you just grill a little chicken breast. I say so. And do it for yourself. You deserve it, Diane. You gotta love yourself. I'm all prepped. We're making lasagna. And have you noticed? There's no pasta here. Some bread that's been a day or two old. You have some zucchini, some prosciutto cotto in between, and the marinara. So the first thing that we do is, let me butter the lasagna dish. And now let's coat the buttered pan with grated cheese. When it bakes, it's gonna make a nice, crunchy, tasty crust on the bread. The first thing that goes down is the bread. And you can work at it and fit it. This is using everything, not wasting anything. This kind of cooking is really, I think, gallant cooking. Cooking that respects nature, that respects people that have not. and using everything my grandmother used to do all the time. The bread. Actually, if I dropped a piece of bread on the floor, she made me pick it up and kiss it. Yep. Gonna put some of the cheese. Plenty of the cheese. Okay. And now I'm gonna layer the zucchini. Just like that, evenly all over the base, cover everything. And we'll make 2 layers of zucchini. Just like that. Okay, we'll put some marinara sauce. The prosciutto cotto. If you want it all vegetarian, you can omit the prosciutto cotto. But, you know, this is a little flavor, a little protein. Just like that. And some more cheese. A little bit of cheese. Some more of the zucchini. Okay. Okay. A little bit more marinara sauce. This you can make in advance and bake it when your guests come, in a sense, or a little bit before. It needs to rest anyway a little bit before you get into it, and you cut it. And then, if you like to, you serve it at room temperature in the summertime, absolutely. Next, the marinara sauce. And I like to spread it evenly in every corner so it seeps into all the corners. A lot of activity in my neighborhood. The gardeners are working, the trucks are passing by. I don't know. Somebody told them I was cooking. Okay. And we top it with the rest of the mozzarella and grated cheese, which will make a nice crust on the top. Bread and tomato in Italy is such a common combination. Whether you do a bruschetta, papa al pomodoro is bread and tomato sauce. So, you know, bread cooked, dunked, soaked, baked in tomato sauce and marinara sauce, very common. Here we are, ready for the oven. Let me tent it. I always make sure that I make a little tent because otherwise the cheese sticks to it and you lose a lot of cheese. And God knows we don't want to lose all that nice crusty cheese. And you put it in the oven, in a hot oven, for 45 minutes. You uncover it, and for another 15 minutes, the cheese gets nice and brown, and you bring it bubbly to the table. So here's Jennifer, and Jennifer wants to talk about cheese. She asks, every time I make a lasagna, it comes out like soup. I have tried draining the ricotta, the mozzarella, and nothing has worked. I think, Jen, if you're draining your ricotta well overnight, the next is your fresh mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella does have a lot of milk, and some have more than others. Why don't you try buying the dry mozzarella? Provola also, a fresh provola is also delicious. Make sure that you have reduced the sauce so that it's not watery, and don't put too much of it. You don't need a sea of sauce in a lasagna. So try these techniques, this change in system for your lasagna. I'm sure it will work. So keep on asking those questions, keep on sending. See you right here in my library. There's nothing more satisfying than having a lasagna nice and hot out of the oven. It has rested and it's ready to be served. So let's do it. Let me cut a piece. Now, you know, this corner here, the chef gets always the corner. That's mine. But let me cut a nice portion here. Okay, so this is the lasagna. Nice and moist. Lydia's piece. Look at this. Look how delicious. The zucchini is nice and mellow. The bread is soaked with the tomato sauce. The cheese is the crust on top. Doesn't get any better. But I don't know who to expect. You know, might be the gardener that's coming over, might be the plumber, might be the UPS man. In the meantime, I'm going to taste and I'm going to invite you. So, let's taste this. It is so good. It's the freshness of the vegetables, the cheesiness of the crunchy cheese. The prosciutto cotto, I forgot is in there, but now I really taste it. It's nice. It is delicious. So I want to invite you before all my neighbors come here and eat it all up. So, as we say, tutti a tavola a mangiare e bere. Salute.